Hello. I want to speak about. Usually, when I upload these videos, it's just a conversation with myself that can be useful to some other people. And I want to speak about keeping an open mind, but at the same time, not to be dismissive towards other people and tradition. So, what I mean is, everything you get, every information you get, you should sift through it. But that doesn't mean that you are so intelligent or knowledgeable that you have the last word. Yeah, in your mind you have the last word because it is your mind. But keep an open mind, the benefit of the doubt. For example, I see there's a lot of prejudice towards electric guitars, not really in country music, because they're being used. Actually, electric guitar were meant to be played in country music, the first ones, mainly just the Telecaster, which is the sound of the kind of sound of a steel guitar on a Spanish guitar. But a lot of times you have people who are sing-songwriter, yes, sing-song. They just use, as I do, a guitar to accompany their singing. And there is a stereotype, it must be an acoustic guitar. And I have acoustic guitars. A lot, and everything in the middle, like jazz guitars, Gretsch, and Charlie Christian style guitars in one P90. Actually, Charlie Christian didn't use a P90. They called it Charlie Christian pickup, and it was different. It was just a line. And I discovered that you can perfectly play country music on using electric guitars. It's just different, okay? But anyway, the tradition is that. But you are not a better or more country just for playing an acoustic guitar. Many people play acoustic guitars. They use very thin strings, and they have such a different approach that it sounds almost like with a piezo or whatever, like an electric guitar. And you must know that if you put very thin strings and use a sound hole pickup, the effect that you have is somewhere in the middle. It has almost the sound of I don't know, an Epiphone Casino. Even it's not, but Epiphone Casino is a jazz style guitar. I mean the shape, more or less. It has look it up. Is a hollow body guitar, but very thin. So keeping my point is that you have to look for your reality, your point of view on things, which is, after all the information you get, okay, your food for thought, then it processed through your experience, your tastes, and you come up with your own take on whatever you do. That is very important. For example, I played this, and my way of playing this is so close to an acoustic guitar. That is due partially to my lack of skills, that is connected with the fact that I've been listening to a lot of music where there's acoustic guitar, and the electric guitar was the more or less what the steel guitar used to do. So a lot of solos, or just filled void, like you see a lot in Buck Owens, even Johnny Cash. The electric guitar player was the one that make everything more shiny, more sparkly, that played solos, whilst the other, usually the singer, played the rhythm guitar. And that's a stereotype. There must be some truth to it if they used to do that, but in a lot of other kinds of music you have a lot of rhythm guitar played on this, okay? So why can't we play also country music that sounds like country? Because it sounds like country. I just used this in the other videos of this, which is actually, it's a little bit of gain. It's supposed to give a basement sound to an amplifier, but anyway, since this amplifier has just one tone knob, this is more equalization, and actually I found the sound. I tried different guitars. I have a different shape. This is the most expensive, but it's all nothing very expensive. It's a made in Mexico Stratocaster. I play very, very softly. I mean, the level sound is like an acoustic guitar, and the funny thing that I play dynamics most of the time, not like this, but like with my playing like an acoustic guitar. So every time we think about something, you have what the past presents us with, I mean the tradition, and being open-minded. I mean, okay, let's try. I tried a Les Paul, and I found that okay, it's not an original Les Paul, but a Les Paul like guitar. And I tried Epiphone SG, which I found this guitar could actually play country very well with a thicker sound, but it could play country. I mean, the fact hasn't been very few people play country. Actually, I haven't found even a video really with the SG. I think it's just, this is not a case that is due to the fact the guitar doesn't lend itself to be played in this style. Actually, I find that it's a very fit guitar for that kind of music, because it has been identified with a player, a genre that this has overshadowed all the other things that could be done with that guitar. It's thin, it doesn't have a thick sound like a Les Paul, it just have humbuckers, okay? You know, you can turn the tone up and, you know, tune up the amplifier in a way that sounds and anyway, I think that if you want to reproduce a classic country sound, you have to use a Telecaster. But just because people are used to that sound, but you can use different guitars. Actually, in country style, a lot of people used in the 50s and 40s, even archtop guitars. Okay, there's a Texas Swing, but also in other kind of music I seen a rare photo of Hank Williams having an archtop guitar. So actually, I think a lot of times people have stereotypes, like people who are supposed to be open-minded, like jazz player, are the most close-minded when it comes to guitars. I mean, I heard excellent jazz played on a Telecaster, on a Fender, like I have this video with Joe Pass playing a Jaguar, because the name of the song on the internet is Jazz Master. People think it's a Jazz Master. No, it's not. It looks like a Jazz Master. It has too thin Strat like pickups, and every niche guitar has a slightly different sound. I mean, the closest to this is my Fender. I don't have a Fender. My Squier Jaguar. You know, I have several guitars because just I like them. These are cheap. Most of them are bought them second hand. But this is the only. This is second hand. What actually was new. And I like different tonalities of each guitar, different potentialities. But I always experiment with, okay, let's try and play there are some guitars that I have a Greg Bennett that I really don't find the sound to fit in with what I do. I have another Les Paul like by Harley Benton that I like. This I found this Stratocasters. Maybe they don't have the most beautiful sound, but they have the most soulful sound. I found soulful. I found Kelly very direct, very in your face, very cutting, like a picture where all the outlines are clearly defined. I find this more blurry. I don't know, it's my it's just blues for some reason. I don't know, maybe I'm stating the obvious, I don't know, but gives a different tinge to the music. This I find this very expressive in a subtle way. I found the Telecaster very expressive in a direct way. It's like Tele is full light, and this is actually, you heard a lot of funky on this, and you wouldn't say that. You know, there's also a problem where you play, you know, what position. This is very, very, very versatile. It's a very versatile guitar. If you want roundness of sound, fullness of sound, you need humbuckers. That's more crisp, okay? Actually, I like both kinds of sounds. I found that this, in a way, looks more like an acoustic. The ones that look more like sound, more than look acoustics, are P90s. I've never tried, I'm going to get, if everything pans out, Jazzmaster. I heard that can be very creamy in spite of the fact they are single coils. This guitar made history. This, not this one, but this model, and I think it should be used more in country music. I mean, I really think that this should be nearly on a par with a Tele when it comes to country music. I mean, if you say what is the most country guitar, electric guitar, other than the Telecaster, I would say this. This is the most. If we speak about the solid bodies, otherwise there is another realm. This is the Gretsch, and I really like Gretches, but they have a voice of their own. But we know that Gretches are used in country music. Gretches are really known for rockabilly and the first rock and roll, a kind of rock and roll. But rock and roll was played also on this. So the reality is that you end up playing more, and I haven't gone through this, I still don't know, but you end up playing more one kind of a guitar for some years. I think some people have periods like Eric Clapton. Probably if Jimi Hendrix had survived, he would have played other guitars in time. So the idea is, do your thing, and if you like that sound, play the guitar you like, and never mind the stereotypes, unless you want a group or a band that is like plays that kind of music, isn't their image, you know, you play this kind of rock and roll, first rockabilly, and play a double bass because it's what people want. But I played country music on a baritone ukulele. Other ukuleles is a little bit too happy-go-lucky, mainly for some songs. Okay, this was just thoughts. I mean, some people find them idle thoughts. Some people may like them. If you are here, like it. If people don't like what I am saying, after 5 minutes, they stop and they watch another video. Okay, goodbye.